Okay. All right. I don't want to keep you guys for a really long time, and I don't want to overwhelm you with a bunch of stuff. Melinda and I are going to talk about um, a couple of things with you. I'm going to share about inviting, and she's going to follow up with some, how to respond to some of the invites, because now that you've put yourselves out there and made your announcement, which was great. You both got great responses on your posts last night. You're not always going to get that when you post things. You may have someone like something here, someone like something there. So it's going to be sporadic. And there's no right or wrong way how to work your business, but you want to, invite. And inviting is pretty difficult to do, just like putting yourself out there the first few times, because with inviting comes rejection, and no one likes to be rejected. So the easiest thing to do is kind of form relationships with people, and we are going to go through all of that in this coach group. But we set a date for the challenge group now, and you put your post out there. So what you want to do is start to invite people, and we'll have scripts that we'll post into the group too, which you'll personally send a message to people. Hey, introduce, let people know you're a Now Beachbody coach, and I am going to be hosting my health and fitness accountability group. Would you be interested in learning more? I'd love to share, is something that I always say, because 9 times out of 10, people will go, yeah, all right, go ahead and let me know. I keep it light, and I keep it fun, and I keep it easy. You can start with people that you know, if you're comfortable. If people that you don't know, that you may know through a friend not very well, that responds to some of your posts, you can do that too. But what you want to do is form relationships within that before you just right away give your spiel of what I do is you're going to get Shakeology in a challenge pack, because no one knows anything about that. So try and make it personal, bring it down, a few notches. And what are your goals? What programs do you like? And really start to build a relationship with someone. And it may take a day. Sometimes, depending on the person's personality, they will just jump on it and say, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to commit before I change my mind. Give me the information. It may take weeks, and they're going to be watching you. And what we find over time is that no is never forever. So really don't take it personal. Some people will just flat out say, no, I don't like to exercise. I like to go to McDonald's, and then it's okay. But the inviting is huge for your business, and bringing people to you, finding a niche. And I lost my train of thought. What you want to do is build that relationship, invite, bring people in, and they're going to follow you. And basically, don't be afraid to go out there and invite the people. It's going to be hard at first, and you're going to get your no's. You're going to have people tell you that I'm not interested in what you want, or what you're doing, and I'm not interested in the sales stuff, and it's going to be difficult in the beginning. Or you may just find that it's just you're cool with it, but the more people you invite, the more it's going to attract people to you. And like I said, then that's going to be important to your business, because you're going to want to grow a network of people that are interested in doing programs with you, and their challengers are going to stay with you. And then you're going to have people that may potentially want to become a coach. So bottom line is, don't be afraid. And if you need to talk it out, we'll jump on a personal call with you. I'll jump on a personal call with you. If you want help talking to people, we will be uploading scripts as well. And you're basically going to have all these little fears, and you're going to have to start to overcome them a little bit at a time. So do you have any questions, since you put your stuff out there, like on how to actually start to invite people? into groups and what to do with them?
No, I don't think so right now.
No.
No, I just have to go and play around with some of the stuff online. But I mean, I've seen you do the groups and stuff for so long now.
And we'll give you that stuff too. You're not going to do groups by yourself yet. You're going to invite these people to the groups and you're going to co-host them with us. We're not going to send you out there, you know. That's all we're going to take you through and follow through, you know, from beginning to end. You know, we're going to let you help us post things in there. We've got scripts that actual curriculums that we have put together that you will be given, and they'll be uploaded to the group as we get closer. And like I said, I don't want to overwhelm you with everything because this is only like day 3 of actually, you know, coming out and doing this. So we're going to, a little bit at a time, each week, we're going to be targeting something new. So your invites, you know, putting yourself out there this week, coming out with your announcement, then, you know, your invites. So, you know, maybe tomorrow, challenge yourself. Like what you should be doing right now, part of the 3 vital behaviors in Beachbody is inviting at least 3 to 5 people a day. So, and track that. Keep track of people, keep track of their responses. I'm a paper and pencil person. I have notebooks everywhere. So I make a note, you know, what the date is, invited Tanya to, you know, my Busy Moms group that's kicking off on the 27th. She's going to get back to me because she's really busy and she needs to talk it over with her husband. I let like 24, 48 hours go by. Hey, Tanya, it's Robin. You know, I just wanted to check in. I am still accepting, you know, people into my group. If you want me to hold you a space, just let me know. I need to know by Friday. I need to open it up to other people. You know, stuff like that is, and that's stuff that's going to come within time. But what you should be doing right now is sending out 3 to 5 invites. You know, hey, Susan, it's Robin. I wanted to let you know that I am now a Beachbody coach. Not sure if you actually saw my announcement, but I have decided to pay it forward since I lost all this weight since I had my 5-year-old with P90X and drinking Shakeology. I have never been in the best shape of my life. I feel great, and I want to pay it forward by coaching. With that, I'm going to host a health and fitness accountability group for 60 days, and I will help you, you know, choose a program and based on your health and fitness abilities. Would you be interested? You know, so those are things that I send out. If I don't hear anything, I follow up. If I don't hear anything, you know, I'm constantly following up, but track that. And it's key to getting the 3 to 5 invites out. And I didn't have a lot of friends on Facebook either. You know, many coaches will tell you that I wasn't friends with a lot of people. But you start attracting people through their friends and their friends. So.
Is it okay to ask them if they know somebody who might be interested, even if they aren't?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I do that. I always do. If you or someone would be interested, you know, please let me know. I always ask. And if people are interested, I ask them to, you know, do you have a friend that might be interested? You know, please let me know, or pass the information along and have a friend request me and I could give them the information as well. Just so I could make sure that the correct information is being forwarded. But we always, you know, ask for a referral, and, you know, a lot of times within the groups, and you'll see that we'll do an incentive for referrals and stuff like that. But yeah, the 3 to 5 invites are key to building your business, because that's going to help you with all of your benchmarks, you know, with your Success Club points. And we're going to be talking about that. And with your coach advancements, your rank advancements, depending on what you want to do within the business. You know, if you just want to do a couple of challengers a month and you're cool with that, you know, if you sell 3 challenge packs or you get 3 challengers a month, that's paying for your Shakeology. So, you know, if you're cool with that, that's fine. If you want to rank advance to, you know, a 5-star diamond, we'll get you there. We'll give you all the information to get you there. We'll put you in the push groups and, but the 3 to 5 is key. That's part of your 3 vital behaviors. And you go out there and they will tell you invite. And we'll be posting videos on the invitation process and all that kind of stuff. And it's even in the back office. So definitely you'll see a shift in your business when you start inviting those people. If you invite 10, that's great. We even have challenges where we go for no and invite 100 people. So, we fill out we have a sheet of paper with blocks, and we check off, all of our blocks after we've, invited 100, and, we'll give out a prize to people that do. And you'll see if you invite 100 people, you may get 10 people in that month. 10 people with a challenge pack, 10 challenge packs is 20 Success Club points. So that's building your business. That's huge for your business. You get 2 challenge packs in Order of Shakeology on Home Direct, and that's 5 Success Club points. You always want to hit between 5 and 10. And we'll be talking about that too. But the more you get yourself out there, the more comfortable you are with the inviting, the easier it's going to be. And the more you're going to attract people to you, because you're going to get yourself out there. Any more questions? What?
No, I'm just like, between the groups that I'm part of right now and then all the coaching stuff that's coming through, there's so much coming through on Facebook and online. I'm getting overwhelmed.
So what you want to do is streamline that, and your coach group is the most important group, and we could pull you away. Like I put you in those groups. I put you and Liz in those challenge groups. You've been through them with me, Tanya. Liz, you said you've done some, but you haven't done any, the Dream Team ones. So just follow along, because it's something that you'll eventually do, whether you're going to co-host with us or you're going to go off on your own and start to do your own. So I just, if you want to take notes on that, starting from beginning to end, or just if you want to keep yourself accountable, but what we're doing in the coach group is much more important than your challenge group. So streamline it.
Okay.
And yeah, definitely streamline what you're doing so you don't get overwhelmed. Take the notifications off so you're not getting the alerts for the challenge group if you need to, so you don't see all of that.
Okay.
And don't feel that you need to constantly check in like every single day on that. This is more important.
Okay. Because I will get like overwhelmed.
Yeah,
and be like,
and that's the last thing we want you to do, because you're going to have a lot of information that comes out of this group, and you can get overwhelmed. It is overwhelming in the beginning because you're learning a new job. It's like any new job that you do, you're learning. So you're going to get a little overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed. Melinda was overwhelmed. We all do. And I still to this day will, I'll push myself into a new group and I'll get overwhelmed because I have benchmarks that I want to hit. So I go into certain push groups, and, it's part of the business, but streamline. You definitely have to streamline. You definitely have to set time for your family. And we're going to talk about this tonight. Melinda's going to talk about it, but family time, Beachbody time, get off your computer, because you can get completely sucked into this, and you got to set the hours that you're going to work this today, or else you're going to be all over the place. Anything else?
Not right now.
No? Okay. You good, Liz? So with the inviting, Melinda's going to talk about with the responding.
Okay. Is that too loud, her swing?
Is that what it is? I was like, I hear crickets. No, it's fine.
Responding is kind of tricky, especially in the beginning, because, if you don't know too much about Beachbody, if you haven't done many of the programs, or if you're new to Shakeology, new to healthy living and all that, it's not always easy to respond or to know how to respond. So, the biggest advice that I can give is just slow down. If you don't know, that's totally fine to tell people, I'm really not sure. Let me ask my coach, or let me find out for you, or something, or, you know, you don't have to respond the minute that somebody messages you either. So, you know, you can reach out to your coach, or you can look in the online office or whatever, and try to find your answer. But from personal experience, I say slow down, because I would get so excited when anybody would talk to me or ask about Beachbody or a program, that I would just pounce on them with information and almost scare them away, because, you know, they just asked what TurboFire was when I first started, and I'm, you know, over here telling them about how Shakeology is so great and it's changed my life and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, they've already shut down because I've answered questions that they haven't even asked yet. So, you know, just really take it slow and answer the questions that they have. And, you know, just remember that a lot of times people will check messages like in the car pickup line to get their kids, or in the grocery store or something like that. So they may read your message about what a challenge group is or what a program is or something like that. But just because they don't respond back right away, you haven't scared them off. You haven't, you know, offended them or anything. But if you don't, or what was I going to say? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You know, give them a couple days to respond, or 24 hours. I usually do 24, 48 hours. I don't go much longer than that. But, you know, don't take it personal when people don't respond right away, because a lot of times we are just kind of reading messages on the go. But then, like I was saying, answer the questions that they have. And then if you need help trying to figure out a program that would be a good fit for them, I always start asking them what their health and fitness goals are. And if they could tell me a little bit about what they eat, because that's going to help me know that, you know, if they have bad knees, I'm not going to tell them Insanity. Or if they want to lift weights, I'm not going to suggest TurboFire, you know, so things like that. And then if they need help with nutrition, I might talk to them about the 21-day fix. But if they don't care about nutrition, I might talk to them about something else. So a good tool in the online office is to review the programs. There is a program comparison guide. So go through that and kind of just get a basic understanding. You don't have to, you know, be well-versed in everything, but just kind of get a basic understanding for what programs Beachbody has and who they would be good for, who they wouldn't be good for. You can also check out the video library. There's different workout clips of the workouts, and there's tons of Shakeology videos. So anything that you're going to need information on, you can definitely find that there in the online office, in the library, the video library. And then we'll put scripts in the groups as well for how we respond to conversations, or, you know, actual entire conversations that we've had. Sometimes you can use a script. Like I have a little script. I think Robin said that we would put it in the group on what we did last night, what a challenge group is. If somebody's asking what a challenge group is, that's kind of how I start the conversation off. I just explain. And then from there, it kind of gets personalized from each person, because they're looking for something different. So, you know, I mean, that's my biggest takeaway, is just to take it slow, really listen to what they want or what they need. I was also guilty of that in the beginning. I was just so excited to get Success Club points or earn a commission. And I would go in with my agenda kind of, you know, blaring front and center. And I have no doubt that everybody saw that and ran for the hills. So, you know, you all know that this is a relationship building business. And when I kind of took my agenda out of it and really connected with people and talked to them and learned why they want to lose weight or why they want to be a coach or whatever it is, then that really helps to form the relationship. And then you can better understand how to help them. So, and then they feel that too, you know, they don't feel like they're just a dollar sign to you, or, you know, that you're after something because we keep messaging them and asking them to sign up. So I hope that helps. Do you guys have any questions on that? How to respond? And I know you guys will get questions as things unroll and unravel. So if somebody asks you something or messages you something and you don't know how to respond, you guys can literally cut and paste the messages and send it to us. And then we'll tell you how to respond back. And then you take that and respond back to your customers. But I know that that's something that I've done with a lot of my new coaches, and that really helps, because not only may you not know what to say, but it gives you that confidence to respond back even if you have no idea what you're saying, you know, you kind of just have to fake it till you make it. But we're definitely there to help you guys respond back with an answer, and we want you to, you know, have that confidence too in talking to people, because I remember how it was as a new coach, and you're just like, you know. So we're here to help you guys take any of that, as much of that nervousness away as we can. So any questions on that? Or Robin, did you want to add anything?
No, I think you hit everything. No, just take, like Melinda said, take it slow, because I remember in the beginning that I just like verbally vomited all over people. I was just, like she said, so excited. I was just like, ah, and they were like, what? I don't even know what you're talking about. And yeah, you just get so excited. So anyways, that's me. And I still do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll meet someone and I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so excited to talk to you. And I just, you know, start the fingers are typing it. And before I know it, I have like 3 paragraphs. I'm like, whoa, slow down, reel it in, you know, and I have to bring it back in, and I'll tell them, you know, I'm sorry. I just, you know, I think I overwhelmed you. But yeah, you know, people, you know, take it slow. People aren't thinking Beachbody like we are, especially in the beginning. You know, we're waiting for a response, and, you know, we're hoping that they're going to, you know, join us. And, you know, for me, I was just excited that, you know, I literally get excited because I want to pay it forward. I want them to enjoy what I'm doing. And they're not thinking that, you know, like Melinda said, they may be in the grocery store, they're checking their message on their phone at a red light, and then they forget about it and stuff like that. So don't take offense, and, you know, just follow through with the follow-up. Best advice I can do, you know, because you're doing customer service too. So I always, within 24 hours, responding to someone, unless I'm out of town or I can't, and I'll do a general message that I'll be back as soon as possible. But within 24 hours, I'm getting in touch with someone, if not that day. So
For the people that got in touch with me today, like 4 people, but I work with them, so I saw them all face to face and not necessarily getting the messages and
okay.
having the online piece. I guess I'm thinking I need to try to like just redirect them in some way to the Beachbody website, maybe I'm just trying to figure out how to manage that without, because I'm fine talking to them in person and kind of slowing down the train that way. But then I also think, you know, they might hear me and disappear. So maybe I'll need to follow up with them online with individual messages or something.
Yeah. So when you're talking to them, you know, let them know, answer their questions and tell them what you're doing, and, you know, all that great stuff, and say, you know what, I'm going to send you an email, and I'm going to send some details in there so you could look through and see what's going on. So I'm a visual person. I like to have things in front of me, and, you know, that's the way I explain it. I'm like, because there's a lot of information, and sometimes, you know, we'll forget. So just let me send you an email, and I'll have all the details in there, and you could read through it and let me know. And if you have questions, then, you know, message me back, or I'll chat with you tomorrow in school. We'll connect. But yeah, I always do. That way they have, the link is there, or whatever they want to read, they could just, it's right in front of them.
Yeah.
I send, like I probably sent to you, I'll send the video link. I always go onto YouTube. I'll copy the Beachbody video link of whatever program. If someone's interested in it, I'll send you the link. It's only 2 minutes. Watch it. Let me know what you think. You know, the 21 days is fantastic. It's one of the hottest programs right now for busy moms, busy women on the run. 30-minute workouts, fantastic modifications, you know, great nutrition plan. You can even have your wine and cheese and, you know, chocolate, and you're good to go. So that's what I put in my messages to people, and, you know, that gets them excited, especially the 21-day fix. When they hear they could have wine and cheese and chocolate, you know, they're not, you know, not eating because everyone thinks they can't eat. So that's the way I explain it. So yeah, but just tell them I'm going to send you out a message tonight. As soon as I get home, I'll send it to you.
Okay. I do have some concerns because one of the people, she rushed up and was like trying to buy it today, like right away. And I was trying to slow her down. I do think the workout wise, 21-day fix is the best workout for her, but the planning piece is going to be really difficult for this person, and to do like the food and the portions with the 21-day fix. Like I love her to death, but she's so disorganized and so like all over the place. So it's going to be a real challenge for her. Maybe, you know, if she's willing to commit and wants to do that, I think it'll be good for her in the long run. But, you know, I'm not going to tell her that like that, but I just kind of want to slow her down so she
Right.
can really think about it and be successful, because that 21-day fix group I did last June, all the prep stuff helped a lot, because
Yeah.
I think if I had just bought the program and tried to do it on my own, I wouldn't even ever have attempted the nutrition part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
And that's what you can tell her. You know, we
Yeah.
have these groups. We'll guide you every step of the way. We'll give you the customized meal plans. We'll give you, you know, your portions and everything to match your caloric intake. So because you have to eat on this program, you can't skip or it won't work. So yeah, and I sent you that link. So if you want to send that to her and tell her she could look at it and read through the details, and, you know, we have a whole video chat night that we get together on that to talk about the 21-day fix to set people up for success, you know, and stuff like that. Anything else?
Not for me.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to start talking about time management here, if she'll let me. Okay. So the biggest thing that I want to start out with right now is if your goal is to grow your Beachbody business as a business, then you need to treat it like a business. If you want it to be a hobby, then, you know, and you're going to treat it like a hobby, then it'll reward you like a hobby. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, however you want to run your business is up to you. And like Robin said, we'll go at the speed that you guys want. But it took me a while in the beginning. I would see successful coaches and I would say, okay, I want that, but I wouldn't put in the time that they were putting in. And then I would kind of be like frustrated. I'm like, why am I not reaping these benefits? But, you know, I knew very well I wasn't putting in the time. So, you know, treat your business like a business and it will reward you like a business. Something, again, that I should have done early on. A lot of these things that I'm going to tell you guys are things that I should have done. So hopefully you don't make the same mistakes. But set business hours for yourself for a few reasons. Number one, we're all excited, so it's very easy to make this 24/7. You know, I was guilty at the dinner table, checking messages. Every time my phone would ding, I would run and get it, no matter if we were in bed or, you know, like in the middle of dinner or wherever. I was constantly checking my phone and my purse, and it was ridiculous. So in all honesty, you know, my husband had enough, and I don't blame him. Like, we went from like being a normal married couple to me just basically being married to my phone. So, you know, set business hours and don't worry about what everybody else's business hours look like. Do what works for you, because, you know, if you're a stay-at-home mom, your business hours are going to look completely different from somebody who works 60 hours a week with no kids, you know. So, you know, set what works for you. I know me personally, when I first started, my son was this age, and I would get up in the morning before he woke up, and then I would do an hour before I had to go to work. And then I was working, so I couldn't do anything. And then at lunch, I would check in with my groups for about 45 minutes, respond to messages, emails, all that kind of stuff. And then again, log out until he was back in bed, because even after work, I had to come home and do family time and dinner time and bedtime and all that. So, you know, set a schedule that works for you, and don't feel like just because you get a message or a notification in the middle of your off time that you have to jump on it. You know, I used to be afraid that, like, if I don't get this sale right now, I'm going to lose it. They're going to go to another coach, or they're going to sign up with another coach. And if they do, then it wasn't meant to be. But, you know, most times what I had to keep reminding myself is that, like Robin said, we're all about Beachbody. They aren't yet. So if somebody sends me a message and asks for more information on the 21-day fix, they probably literally send the message and then get off the computer, or, go, they're just scrolling on Facebook. They're not sitting there saying, where's Melinda? Where's Melinda? Like that's just me thinking that, it's that crucial. So set business hours and stick to them. And they may change, if your schedule changes, if you have flexibility and like your Monday and your Thursday are going to look totally different, that's great. You can do that. Or if, the weekends look a little bit different for you, or, and even if like 2 months from now your schedule changes, that's fine. And that's what's great about this business, is that there is so much flexibility, but just set yourself up. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Set yourself up for what works best for you. Let's see. Also, as you start to get coaches and grow your own teams, you're going to want to do the same thing for them, because they are going to have questions and things like that. And if you respond to them, at all hours of the night, or as soon as they message you, then that's going to kind of set the tone. And you want, and we all want, when I first started with Melanie, her goal with me was to make me independent, as our goal is, we go through trainings, and then but we all are our own CEOs, our own boss of our own company. So, the goal is to help everybody become independent and be able to find answers and all that after, we've gone through all the trainings and stuff. So the way I kind of plan out my week is, on Sunday, I sit down, whether it be Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. Hi, Victor. And I kind of look at my monthly goals. What do I want to achieve for the whole month? And then I break it down into smaller goals, weekly and daily, and what I need to do to get to those goals. So I'll make a master to-do list of everything that I have, and then I prioritize what that is. So for example, if I want to invite to a challenge group, and I want to start getting Success Club points, that's going to be my monthly goal, to hit Success Club 5 and start a challenge group. I know that I'm going to need to invite. I know that I'm going to need to make a video, and I know that I'm going to need to make a blog post. Hold on one second. See if she'll go back in her sleep. So inviting and getting those Success Club points, or starting that group and the points, requires all those little things. So like today, I took some time, I created a blog post, I created my Facebook advertisement that I'm going to use tomorrow and later in the week. So it's not something I'm doing immediately, but I did take some time out of my schedule today to prepare, so that tomorrow I can literally take 10 seconds and pull it up and post it and be done. But it's that prep time, and that I needed to schedule today when my son was at preschool. So take the bigger goals and then break them down, and you may not know exactly what those things are right now. So if you're just starting and you're not blogging, that's totally fine. You're going to hear me talk about my blog, but it was not something I started in the beginning. It was more important to kind of understand the fundamentals and how to work the business, and then you can kind of do those things as you get a little bit more comfortable. But my point is just that, it takes a little bit of thought to, if you want to start a challenge group on the 20th, then you're going to need to start advertising a couple weeks ahead of time and start creating those posts. So those are the things on Sunday that I'm going to start to plan out for the week. Let me see. So, okay, when I am doing my calendar on Sunday, I'll also, on that list of things, I'll also do things in my personal life that need to happen. Like if I have doctor's appointments or kids' school events or whatever it is, they all go on this one big list. And then I pull out my calendar and I start plugging everything in. So I start with those things, like the doctor's appointments and those kids' events or whatever it is that have to happen. They're non-negotiable. And then I schedule in my workout time, because, our body is our business. So we need to be a product of the product and share that with people on social media. So if you're working out, then you can, take selfies. I haven't seen your guys' pages yet, but I know you watch Robin's page. So, you know, she posts her morning selfies every day. She talks about foods that she's eating and her Shakeology. You know, those are all ways to be a product of the product. But just be consistent in doing that every day, because people are watching you, especially now that you've invited them to a challenge group or to start a program. You know, they may not be ready to start yet, but they're watching you, because now you've kind of struck their interest and they're like, okay, well, I want to see if she's going to have success with it, or if she's going to just do it for a week and then quit. So consistently sharing our progress, how we're going to attract people to join us. So schedule that workout time in your day as if it was a meeting with your boss, and then snap a selfie and post it real quick. But, you know, and when, again, that's another thing. It doesn't really matter when you do it. If you're a morning person to work out or nighttime, whatever that falls, doesn't matter. But just make sure that you're consistently sharing with people. And then the third thing I put on the calendar is my Beachbody stuff. So my son goes to school Wednesdays and Fridays. So for example, when I know I have those 4-hour chunks of quiet time, that's when I'm going to schedule the things like I said earlier I did today, like the blog post and creating the challenge group invites, because those are the things that I really need to focus on and have quiet time. Other things like, you know, maybe messaging people I can do when he's awake. You know, when he's just sitting on the couch watching cartoons and I'm sitting there with him, I can message people real quick. But again, I'll list all that stuff out and then kind of prioritize where I need to do which activities. And then Sunday's typically a rest day, but I still block that time out to do work. So I might not be doing my workout at 6 a.m, but I'm going to still get up. I'm a person of routine. So if I miss too many days, then it's just too easy for me to fall off track. So I'm going to still get up at 6 o'clock. And then maybe instead of doing my workout, if it's a rest day, I'm going to do more of that prep work for next week, or I'm going to, you know, message people or do my personal development. But whatever it is, I know that, you know, I have a couple hours before everybody's awake. So I'm going to maximize that time to do some Beachbody work. Another thing is I take a look at what else I have to do, like laundry and dishes and all that stuff in my non-Beachbody world, my non-Beachbody life. And that's the kind of stuff that I will do, again, when my son's awake or, you know, my husband's home. While everybody's watching TV, I can unload the dishes or throw a load of laundry on. That's not stuff that I need to do on Wednesday morning when he's at preschool, because that's not stuff that's going to help my paycheck. So again, you know, being that Beachbody is my business, I want to be sure to gear my free time towards activities that are going to move my business forward. Let me see. In the evenings, I kind of talked about this earlier, communication. If you have spouses or roommates or anybody else in your life that you need, you know, that you typically do things with on the evenings or weekends, and you need to communicate now how Beachbody is going to kind of fit in your life, that's huge. I didn't do that right off the bat. You know, I had in my mind, I knew what nights I had calls, I knew what days I needed to work, but I wasn't communicating that to my husband. So I would get frustrated when that time came and I needed to work, but he wasn't stepping up to help me with my son. But it wasn't because he wasn't doing it, it's he didn't know I needed him to. So you know, every Sunday we get together and we talk about what the week's going to look like. And I let him know, you know, Tuesday night and Wednesday night I have team calls. And then the other nights I'll unplug, or, you know, he puts my son to bed every night. So I know for sure I have at least 20 to 30 minutes to do something, you know, so I can just message people or invite people or work on posts for the next day, but just communicate who's going to do what, you know, because then there's no hidden surprises and, you know, everybody's on the same page. So again, respect your family time, you know, try not to have the phone at the dinner table. I know it's hard. I know we're excited and all that, but like I said, the customers are not going to go anywhere. They're still going to be there waiting for us when we get back to them. Let's see. Do you guys have any questions so far before I go on?
No.
No.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about managing distractions, because that's kind of big with this whole time management thing is that, our point is to, when we're working to, really get in and get focused so that it doesn't have to consume your life. Beachbody, I can't remember the exact wording that Jeff Hill used, but something about Beachbody is supposed to improve your life, not take over your life, So when we get in, we want to get focused and then be able to get off and get to our family or whatever else that we're doing. So by doing that, by being able to get in and out and focused, we have to kind of minimize the distractions. So I know for me, when I am writing a blog, if my Facebook Messenger is going off or my email notifications are going off, I am like a squirrel, I'm like, what's that? Who wants to talk to me? Who's the email from? And it's like somebody from the GMC dealership, that did not need me to get away from my blog to go check the ad for the car sales, so shut all that stuff off. If you're going to blog, turn off your email or turn off the the notifications on Facebook, or turn your phone over so you can't see that light up. If somebody calls you and you can see that it's not important, let it go to voicemail and call them back. If you have a half an hour to get in and get out, then that's what you want to do. Just get in, get focused, and get out. Let's see. Also, as a new coach, I thought I was working by getting on Facebook and kind of just scrolling around, and a half hour, 45 minutes would pass, and I had done absolutely nothing. I hadn't messaged anyone. I hadn't created a post. I just kind of checked out what other coaches were doing or other friends from Facebook. I would kind of just scroll and see what everybody was up to, but I never really got any work done. And then I would get frustrated because I'd have to get off and go do something. And, and then I was like, oh, now I need to do some work, but it was too late. My working time was over. So, try not to get sucked into that. The same thing with Pinterest. I don't allow myself to go on Pinterest anymore because I can seriously be on there for hours. Unless, that's what I have planned, to just kind of space out and go on Pinterest. But I don't go on there during work time. So I know it's kind of hard to know when you're first starting, what activities are good business building activities and what activities are time wasters. So if your goal is to truly, or if you truly have 1 hour, if your power hour is really 1 hour, then you want that to be focused on the 3 vital behaviors. You want to get in, you want to invite, post your stuff that shows your product of the product, and be sure to do your personal development. I typically don't do my personal development in my power hour or my working hours because I really just want to get in and do that work. So, I kind of find that, the personal development is a little bit relaxing. So I know Robin does hers sometimes before she goes to bed. If you have a long commute, there's lots of personal development on audio that you can listen to. There's a ton of free stuff on YouTube. So I typically don't do my personal development during my work hours. But, the inviting, the messaging, the posting, the 3 to 5 times, those are definitely activities that are going to bring your business forward. Things that might not be so important are working on a new Facebook banner for your challenge group or for your cover picture for your wall. Those things are important, but you could probably do it on a Saturday morning versus, that 1 hour that you have to work, or the couple hours that you have there to work. And again, if you're not sure, you can definitely reach out to us and ask, is this something I should be focusing on? Or, do you have suggestions of things that I should be focusing on? Let's see. If you do have more time and you're interested, when you're comfortable, if you want to start blogging or YouTube or Instagram or anything else, I highly recommend that. But again, I don't recommend doing it all. It's better to be an expert in a few areas than average at everything, because it can just kind of spin you out, trying to keep up with each different social media outlet. So Again, it's not required. You don't need to do it right off the bat, but after you feel comfortable, if you want to blog or Instagram or whatever you feel like you want to go into, if you need help, we can definitely work with you on how to get that going too. And then the last thing, in the power hour or whatever your work hours, if you don't get through everything, that's okay. Don't stress out. Don't beat yourself up. But again, that's kind of why I like to prioritize things. Because, for example, if I have, if I've allotted 30 minutes for emailing and I have 10 people that need me to respond to their email, and one is that they want to sign up for a challenge pack, and then somebody else just needs a new chicken recipe, the chicken recipe is going to go at the bottom, because if I don't get to that, I can send them something later while I'm driving with my husband in the car. I can just look that up real quick. But the person that needs to get signed up in a challenge group or on my coach or my coaching team, then that needs to happen first. So that's kind of why it's important. Again, if all 10 emails don't get responded to, or all your messages, it can roll over to later or to the next day. But don't stress about it, because I used to freak out that, I wasn't done, and I would make myself sit there until I got done, and it's not necessary. So I'm going to grab her real quick. Robin, I don't know if you want to add anything.
No, everything you hit on was a lot of what I would have said. So prioritize your day, prioritize your business, and don't feel that you need to know everything yesterday, because you're not going to. And there's stuff that we don't know right off the bat. There's still things that we're learning, because they're doing different things all the time too. So if you don't know the answer, don't worry about it. If you don't know how to do something, don't worry about it. We're all here to help you and set you on the right path to success in whatever you want to do and wherever you want to take your business. So that's what we're here to do. Just take it one day at a time. But like Melinda said, don't feel that you need to be on 24/7. I made that mistake too. I was excited every time the ding went ding, and I check out now. I really check out, and I've made it a point, because my son's going to kindergarten in the fall. So I did this. I got into Beachbody to be a stay-at-home mom and do this on the side. And, I figure when he goes to school full time in the fall, I could do whatever I want business-wise. So I've really made it a point. He goes to preschool every day from 9:30 to 11:30, or 9 to 11:30. So that's my working hours. The chunk that I work my business, I'll do videos one day. I'll do blogs one day. I'll invite like crazy every day, and then I'm off. And a lot of times you won't hear from me or see anything unless I post a picture of him like through the afternoon, because we're doing something together, or I'll preset something on my phone to just plunk out during the day, and then I'll come back on at night. And I set my hours at night for like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, to be up until 10, 11 o'clock working, because I know people are online and I could do a lot of messaging and stuff. And then after that, I enjoy my family time. So really do that for yourselves, because you don't want to overwhelm yourselves. This is supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to give you the freedom that you want. So that's all I have, unless you have questions.
No,
You're good?
for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what I think about when I go upstairs in my kitchen. Oh,
Write it all down. Message us. We're going to talk tomorrow, Liz. Tanya, if you want to chat, we'll set up a chat, make a list of questions, and we'll set up a call, and we'll go through things. We could even do this in video screen share to walk you through certain things, so, we're here to, all the time.
And Claudia, I know you muted too, but if you have a list of questions, or you want to get together this week, we can let the boys play and chat if you have any questions too.
And if you have anything like during the day, oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Claudia.
No, I'm just saying thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you do have any questions during the day, because we're on and off so much, post it in the group. And because Joanna's a coach in there, Kelly is. So if you can't find me, you can't find Melinda, you know, tag people and someone will get an answer to you if it's something that's right away. If we don't answer an email or something like that, definitely email us and definitely, you know, tag it in the group, put it in the group too, because someone else may have the same question as you. So we'll give you a general answer that everybody could share. If
Okay,
you're
yeah.
gonna run into things.
Yes,
Sounds good.
I'm still trying to figure out everything.
All right. If you don't have any other questions, then you can go to bed.
Good night, ladies. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.